I'm sure you've heard the news. We're diving into a serious issue today, one that hits close to home for many South Africans. We're talking about school violence, specifically in the Northwest Province. It's gotten so bad that teachers are starting to request hazard pay along with their chalk and erasers. Teachers play a pivotal role in shaping the future, but in recent years, more and more incidents in the Northwest show that classrooms are becoming increasingly dangerous. So buckle up as we unpack 10 tragic cases that highlight the urgent need for safer schools. Our first stop takes us back to 2020 at Rustenburg Secondary School. A grade 11 student, feeling all kinds of disrespected because his teacher confiscated his cell phone, decides to take matters into his own hands. The student later confessed that he felt humiliated by the teacher's actions. This incident sent shockwaves through the community, leaving everyone wondering how a simple disciplinary action could escalate to such a terrifying event. Fast forward to 2021, we're in Klerksdorp High. A student, fueled by the fiery rage that only a failing grade can ignite, decides to take out his frustration on the very person who dared to give him that big, fat F. The student, convinced that his teacher was solely responsible for his academic downfall, launched a vicious attack, leaving the educator seriously injured. This incident exposed a deeper issue: a lack of accountability and a disturbing willingness to resort to violence to escape personal responsibility. The year is 2019, the setting Brits Technical School. A teacher, let's call him Mr. Smith, dares to utter the most dangerous phrase in the English language to a rowdy student: "Hey, knock it off!" But this particular student didn't take kindly to being told what to do. He took it as a personal affront, an assault on his very being. So what did he do? He grabbed the nearest sharp object and stabbed Mr. Smith in the shoulder. The student, probably realizing that assault with a deadly weapon wouldn't look good on his college applications, decided to make a run for it. He was later apprehended, but the damage was done. And disrespect brewing in our schools. Lichtenberg Secondary, 2020. A student, known for his relaxed approach to academics, found himself on the receiving end of a teacher's frustration after failing to submit his assignments. The student, who had been warned repeatedly about his lack of effort, apparently decided that a sharp object was the best way to make his point. This incident wasn't just about a student's poor time management skills. It exposed the lack of support systems in place for both students struggling academically and teachers dealing with increasingly challenging classroom environments. It's a call for better support systems in schools. Potchefstroom High, 2019. A teacher witnessing the age-old schoolyard drama of bullying decides to intervene. But in a shocking turn of events, the bully, instead of backing down, turns on the teacher, blaming them for not preventing the bullying in the first place. This incident highlighted the complex dynamics of bullying and the difficult position teachers are often placed in when trying to address it. Taung Secondary, 2018. A female teacher, after reporting a male student for inappropriate behavior, finds herself living every educator's nightmare, being terrorized by the very student she reported. The student, instead of accepting responsibility for his actions, resorts to threats and intimidation. This incident exposed the very real dangers teachers face when dealing with harassment and the urgent need for better protection and support for educators. Orkney High School, 2021. A student caught red-handed smoking on school grounds decides to unleash his fury on the teacher who dared to catch him breaking the rules. The student, fueled by anger and probably a nicotine withdrawal headache, attacks the teacher, leaving them with deep cuts to the abdomen. This incident highlighted the growing trend of disrespect for authority and the dangerous consequences of unchecked aggression. Mafeking School of Excellence, 2020. A student, unfamiliar with the concept of inside voices and appropriate classroom behavior, decides to disrupt the class. The teacher, after multiple attempts to regain control, is left with no choice but to punish the student. This incident highlighted the breakdown of discipline in schools and the urgent need for effective strategies to manage disruptive behavior. Freiburg Secondary, 2022. A student, known for his absenteeism, finds himself on the receiving end of a teacher's scolding for his lack of commitment to his education. The teacher, probably frustrated by the student's blatant disregard for his future, probably thought a stern talking to was in order. But this student, in a moment of unimaginable rage and despair, takes things to a horrifying extreme. This incident was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that the violence plaguing our schools had reached a tipping point. Look, these stories are heartbreaking. They paint a grim picture of the realities facing both teachers and students in the Northwest. By understanding the root causes of this violence, we can start to address them. Prevention starts with stronger security in schools, mental health support for both students and teachers, and fostering open communication between schools and families. Share this video, raise awareness, and push for safer schools for everyone.